All right, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody, joining us for the Auld Syne. My name is Matt Hiller. I'll be calling this game. I believe our featured game tonight will be the Axellson and Miller squads facing off on Sheet 3 here at the Chicago Curling Club. I think we already missed a couple of the rocks while I was getting a drink, and we are on some typical strategies. The ice is a little bit fast, so not a lot of guards up there to start. Some rocks sailing in, and Looks like they're going to be hitting quite a bit on the first end here once they get into the seconds and the thirds. All right, Adam calling for a guard at the top of the house. Let's see. Looks like Adam Hood will be rowing the rock right now. See if he can find that guard weight. Over curls quite a bit. Still leaves that center wide open for Scott Larson. We'll see if, yep, looks like a hit call here, and my mistake at the beginning. Axellson is the team, but Stewart is skipping in the house right now, and she's calling for the takeout. Needs to move a little bit. It's not going to cross the face like they want it to. It's going to stay outside. Oh, get through. Oh, man, what a... Just hung out there a little bit too much. It did push it out of scoring, so yellow is sitting 1 from what I can see right now. Looks like Adam is calling for Adam to draw it into the house. Sweeper's going hard, trying to keep it from crashing in that guard, but it looks like they got plenty of room. Ooh, very nice. Very nice shot from Adam. And once Miller gets out of the way, we'll reveal the shot rock. Very nice throw from Adam Hood there. Looks like Catherine's calling for Scott to try and follow that down. It is still the first end, so they're feeling out the ice, seeing how it's moving. Trying to check the speed. Scott has a pretty nice delivery there. The sweepers are letting it work as much as they can. Not even touching it. It might be a little deep. Miller getting out there to sweep it as far past as he can. Just a bit too heavy. Looks like yellow does have hammer, so Sarah is in the hack right now for the first Vice Stones. And Adam calling for a guard up at the top 12. Sweepers are letting it work. They're not touching it quite yet. Looks like a really nice delivery from Sarah. Just about as perfect as where Adam wanted it. So very good throw. And now we are going to the Stewart squad. Staffin's first throw. Looks like they're also trying to draw around, try to get into that 4-foot. It's a little bit tough in this position because you're either trying to rip that top guard, make him put it back, keep that middle open for Catherine's last stone, but Catherine taking the risk, trying to get a rock behind there, let Staffen try and find that draw weight. But he is a little bit heavy on the first one, and that's trying to nearly out of the rings. Sweeper's going hard on this. Maybe trying to keep that line. It looks like it has enough weight. But don't want to mess up that really nice guard at the top. And man, the sweepers are carrying it as far as they can. What a good sweep there and a good throw. Very good team effort there to put that rock in the absolutely perfect spot. And Catherine debating her options here. I think the better option is to rip that top red. But we'll see. Stefan is heading down there to give his opinion. There are no timeouts here on the Auld side, but in the first set they might have called one if they had it. That's an interesting option. They keep looking over on that left side of the tan there, seeing if they can kind of sneak a rock in with a hit and roll towards the top of the forefoot. It might be there. It's not a bad option. But after a quick discussion, they seem to settle on something. We'll see when she puts her broom down what they're actually throwing. All right, it looks like, based on the broom, it looks like he's just sending it down the middle, trying to take the top guard, but that is taking off quite a bit. This looks like it's going to be hitting the top left if it overcurls. It's not bad. Not a bad option there. You rip open the top guard. Makes it difficult for them to put something back. They kind of have to put it at the perfect spot, otherwise you give yourself another option there. Would have liked that shooter to roll a little bit further towards the outside, give them something to work with on the outside, and maybe some of the angle raise or hit off of themselves, but tough shot and not a lot of positive outcomes after that. Well, that is a very wide broom for. I wonder if he is trying to guard up on the right side, put that guard back. That would make the most sense. The weight he has on it, it looks like he's trying to get it to move quite a bit. Yeah, that is moving. They're trying to bring it as far as they can right now. A lot of curl on that. They got it over and put it as close as they can back to where it was before. A little bit higher, so there might be a room to get around it with Catherine's first throw, but we'll see. We'll see what their options are. Staffan's pointing out on the right forefoot there. See if they can draw around. They are giving up 2 right now. So I think, yeah, that back yellow is out counting the top third red. But a lot of debating here for a very tough first end. There's a lot of options and a lot of stuff that can go wrong. And while you can't win in the first end, you certainly can put yourself in a very bad position to begin. And they're trying to make sure they don't do that. trying to sneak that rock through the center, but it doesn't quite get it. Does split her top rock off and loses the shooter, so it's a very tough position to be in at the first end, but it'll also be very tough for Adam to take more than 2 here with where the yellow rocks are right now, because yellow has red has 1, 2, but yellow has 3, 4, so if Adam doesn't get a really nice draw in here, he might leave it out wide and give him something to hit off of, to roll in and just take one. Hi, Steven. How are you doing?
Bored.
Bored?
Come join you.
We'll see what Adam does here. I think it would be better just to throw up the guard. You don't want to give him anything to hit and roll off of.
Stefan has hammer.
Yeah, Stefan has hammer. Catherine is skipping, so it's her rock for the last one. But
I was misled by the
title. Or, yeah. Well, Adam does that about as best as he could. Didn't give him anything to work with on the last stone here. Catherine just has to nail a draw to the 4-foot right now in the first end when you're still kind of reading the ice for the first time. And
playing the sweepers you've never swept with.
Yeah, it's a little
don't
tough.
Know if they can call line or wait.
It's an experience in team bonding.
Uh-huh.
Rock is away. They're going hard at it already. It looks like it has enough room, but it has got a lot of distance to cover still.
Good.
But they're...
Good.
Stop! Stop!
Up.
Oh, man.
Oh, he had it!
She nearly nailed it, but just a little bit too far. The sweepers might have been able to pull off, but I mean, if they weren't on it the whole time, that red at the top of the 4-foot might have crashed it. A little damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah. There's plenty of times where I'm walking with a rock and I'm like, oh yeah, this is going pretty fast, and then it just checks up real hard. I'm like, oh no. But that'll be a steal of 2 for the Miller squad. Not too much damage. Still a lot of curling left in this game, and we'll see if Catherine can make a comeback. While they're throwing the lead rocks here, we'll take a look around. It looks like everybody else is finished with the first end and throwing their lead rocks in the second end. Nothing crazy out there. A lot of 1s and 2s.
Sheet 2 way ahead. They've thrown most of the rocks in the second end. They're playing fast.
Yeah, sheet 2 is burning through it. Let's see sheet 1 real quick. Lipson is playing the wrong color. Or no, that's right. That's right. I was looking at what was in the hack. But Lipson scored 1. We're going to sheet 2. Gottschalk scored 2 in the first. And then on sheet 4, Montalbano scoring 1. So without sheet 2, it would have been a sweep for the red squads out there to start. to our featured stream here. The Miller-Stewart game. Don't let the labels fool you. I don't know if anybody's mic'd up over here. We are missing the magnetic mics for the skips that they have been wearing.
No one mic'd up tonight?
No one mic'd up on this draw, at least. I don't think they did. I think they had it. I think they did, but that's more Elliot's domain, so he was taking care of that. But we will miss out on all the strong strategy from the Vice and Skip conversations, which usually results in a couple F-bombs and
disparaging comments about other curlers and injured relationships.
I think that's the first hog I've seen of the Auld side.
You haven't been here as much as I have, because that's hardly the first.
Well, it's surprising with
I hogged
with
one
how
last night.
Oh,
I did,
really? Okay.
yeah.
I was playing at the same time, so I must have missed it. But
Oh!
little
Scott Larson without his best slide of the year. A little slippery there.
Not the most balanced, but a good recovery.
Yeah.
And man, that is still tracking.
He's gonna save it.
It's tracking right
Come
towards
on
it.
over.
And it gets the roll? Gets the perfect roll.
Very nice.
Absolutely planned. It looks like Adam's having him try to draw in and just try to sit or freeze onto that rock that just rolled under the yellow. Both sweepers going pretty hard at it right now, trying to bring it as far as they can. Come on. Will end up a bit short, giving yellow another guard. We'll see if Scott can stay balanced through this throw, although he absolutely nailed it last time. Oh, I think they changed it up. I thought they were going for the hit, but I think they changed it, going for a draw, top 12. Muck it up right there, but they do want to be in the rings. Getting the professional double sweeping one side. Get the real directional sweeping.
Every day.
No.
I have a feeling Stefan thinks he might be a slightly more effective sweeper than I think Ryan is.
So it is tough when you start sweeping and you're closer to the rock, but you know you need to be sweeping in the other direction if you believe in the directional sweeping theories.
It's an etiquette thing. Like, do you just jump in and take over? Do you say, I'll take this side, flip back and forth? Or do you just, like, accept your fate in life and go with what you got?
First Vice down here. Adam's going for the run back. Sarah has a pretty nice throw there. Sweeper's going hard right now, trying to hold the line.
No, we're on the red.
Ooh.
We're not on the red.
They missed that. They did peel off the top yellow there, but not quite the double I'm sure Adam was envisioning.
Nope.
Now it looks like.
I know.
No, they're still doing
with
it.
the red guard, I still draw.
Well, it's not counting for
So
anything with the
shot.
yellow rocks closer, and you know if you don't put another one in there, Adam's just going to try and hit and roll off the yellow wide anyways, so you might as well try and get one at like the top of the 8 foot. Shrink that scoring zone, make it a little bit more difficult, but that looks a little bit hot. Gonna come all the way down to the back 4. Ooh, stopped right at the tee. I thought it had a little bit more glide in it. But yep, and I'm going right for the outside hit there. He'll probably have a better read on the how much it'll break this time after Sarah's first throw, and get that perfect cross on the face. And depending on the weight, I don't know what he's having her throw here. You could go for a double. Sweeper's going hard. They're yelling hard for line. Oh, it's sweeping by there. Man, that broke a lot.
Not the rock you wanted to hit.
Nope. But still cutting them down. Still leaving it open over
Same
there.
thing for Catherine. Yep. Throw another one in there, and he'll get a third shot at the one on the outside.
I think at that point, Adam might just bring the broom in and throw peel at it. Just dare the ice to try and move a rock moving that fast. Staffin's still trying to find the weight for that throw. They're going a little bit harder. I don't think they need to, but...
No, stay there. Unless you're going to freeze right to it.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's lovely.
But that with that yellow rock still outside, it gives Adam a lot to roll into in the middle.
Throw peel and get double them out and sit shot.
Good triple if you get the right angle. Send that top
Triple's
yellow
crazy.
out the way.
No.
It's there.
The triple is not always there.
The triple is always there.
And the triple right now is not. I would love to see the yellow pop out the top of the house, though.
Yeah, it would be. It's very rare you see rocks going the wrong direction here. But I think the physics, it's possible. Where that broom is, he is going like peel at it.
Yeah.
Man, it is flying down the ice. The sweeper's keeping up with it, though. Oh, he sneaks it in. It's a B shot rock. Wow. What a shot. Crowd goes wild here.
And by crowd, at least two people.
The two people paying attention right now.
Oh man.
And that is.
And the angles are nasty.
Yeah.
Like,
how do you even get it out? At this point, do you just
can't chip it?
Like, it's if you were in a hard position here, like you run the red back into your own yellow to pop it out somehow, but that's a tough.
On my last shot I'll try that, but oh man.
It's like professional league and then club level league. It's a very different opinion.
So, but
like,
now what do you do? Like, I mean, that's your only shot, so you don't want to like screw that up and guard that.
Yeah. We'll see. She might just be trying to move it, or
and try to give you.
It looks a little hot. Although there's so little options, like what can you even do besides popping it back a little bit, giving yourself an option in with the last rock? And
yeah, you're right. You're right. That's nice. I mean, if you can do that again, that's great. Now I have a feeling Adam has seen this.
Yep.
And has a plan to.
So what's going to be fun is if Adam does put that rock right there, Catherine's got the option to do the in-out off that red out there to try and pop the red out the back. It's a little bit of a circus shot, but
a little bit.
It's a fun geometry game sometimes. There's a lot more discussion on this shot than I thought it was going to be.
Draw it down in there, like sit in the pocket. Here we go.
How much can you do? But I guess you don't want to give them too easy of a shot, because even if he does put the red rock, if he leaves it too far out, they could just run it right into their own and go like red, yellow, red to try and pop that out.
Yeah, you need to get in between the two.
Yeah, you don't even need to be so crazy as to go off the outside red rock. If he puts it a little bit too tight, it's just could be connected in such a way.
And you leave a 3-guard, that's fine too, like whatever.
And it's dangerous with 3 yellows right there.
Yeah, I mean, you need a guard. If you're yellow right now and red throws up nothing, then you run yellow into red.
Yep.
Probably double out the back 2.
You don't care if you you don't care if you lose that back yellow.
That looks light. I think over and up. Just guard. Yeah.
Not bad.
Alright, that takes away the yellow-red run.
That looks...
Now we got your in off.
Yeah, no, that's... it's still a bad angle. I don't like it as much.
I like it better than that.
Staffin's looking right at it now. He's like, is that there? It's a really tough one. I think the biggest problem is I think it's an easier shot if you can come from the inside and do it, but that's blocked off by that top right guard there.
I think angle-wise, I like the in-off better than the red run.
Yeah. I mean, at this point,
yeah, the red
it's
because
real tough.
If you hit the top yellow, actually that could be really bad because you could pop the top 2 yellow out. Well, I like the in-off, but Catherine, who is a far better curler and much more experienced than me,
tries to
go in the red.
Oh,
and that's...
It just did not do enough.
All right, on the one hand, only 1. On the other hand, they already gave up a steal of 2, and so now they're down 3. So.
Those are the situations where I wish you could talk to the other team and be like, hey, let's take a 5-minute break.
Yeah,
I want to throw this rock again and see if we, or at least walk out to the hog line and see if you can nail that.
It's what you said before. You need a couple of ends to figure out the ice, to figure out your teammates, to figure out who can call weight, who can sweep.
My biggest problem is like, I know it's there. I would just like to try it again to really see if it's possible.
There's a lot of cases where I want to do over. All right, you got the point, but let's put these up. I'm going to see it again.
All right, another end, another a break here. Let's check in on the other sheets. Lipson going 1 point at a time here, but in a decent position, shaping up. Until that yellow kicks them both out. That is a nice shot there from the Gothschild team. Sitting 2, and if everything plays out right, he should be able to make a comeback here and tie it up towards the end there. Sheet 2, the other Gothschild still ahead. And looking in a decent position here. I can't see with him standing in the way if there's anything else in the house, but it doesn't look like it.
Nothing else.
Nope, so yellow is sitting 1 there, and they're building up a wall on the top, so Carrie's in a good position there. And then sheet 4, they haven't hung up the score for 2 yet, so we're in a mystery
they're
here.
still playing 2. Oh, no,
They're out there.
Sorry.
But they are on their seconds. It does seem like 3 has had a lot of conversation time trying to figure out some of their shots. A little more strategy going on, I guess. A lot of possibilities. They're building up a wall on the center line there. Very nice. We'll be back to our featured sheet. Miller Stewart / Axellson.
Robo's subbing on 4. I remember looking at it. I recall seeing Robo on the roster, so he's subbing for someone tonight. I'm glad he's here.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say who's not on there. We have the full roster
Bruce.
right in front of us. Bruce.
Bruce, where are you, buddy? He's gonna guard the guard.
Give it a little bump, it seems. A little bit of a bump, and it looks like that red is within biter bar contention there. Adam just looking to pack in the points right now, having the other Adam draw into the center. Sweeper's going hard at this right now. I don't know if it's breaking too much. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be in onto the yellow guard if it makes it there. A little bit too light. But when you don't have hammer, clogging up the midline, not a bad option.
Not bad.
Especially when you already have 2 in the house.
And up by 3.
For sure. Scott has a nice slide here. Staffing already going on it, and who's there? Ryan and Staffing pounding it as hard as they can here, trying to get it in there.
This tight, tip something over at least.
And it looks like it's gonna make it down to. Oh man, it just ticked that top guard. Otherwise, it would have been sitting in a really nice position onto the red at the top of the 8-foot.
Another center guard, but it's open enough you can at least pop that back, run it into the red.
Yeah, Adam giving the other Adam a repeat shot here, give him another chance now that he has the feel for the ice. Putting it a little bit further. Sweepers are holding off and now going hard. Very nice shot there. Keep bringing it. Oh, man.
Very nice.
Very good finish there. But that does leave open Scott kind of... They're still drawing around. It's not a bad option.
I want to run yellow-red right now because you can't run it later if you draw behind, then you're going to chip yours out. So.
It also gives Scott a good chance to dial in the draw weight here. He was very close on his last one. Staffing and Ryan are going hard here.
Tight right now.
Keep going. Just get fast. and he does take it. That does make it a tougher
promotable.
back. Makes it more difficult for that center line yellow, but it does leave yellow on the outside there. It is still third shot, but Adam is looking to get rid of it, not give them any options. Need anything?
I'm good, thanks. Sarah trying to get rid of this one. Sit 3, and really more importantly at this point, just get rid of a chance for yellow to score much here. She gets rid of it, tucks underneath, that's great. Not only sits third shot, takes away the other yellow-red run. Catherine trying to get one in the house. Well, she's got one in the house, but she needs shot. Stefan trying to draw behind. Sweeper starting to go now. Line looks good. Yeah. Go. Hard all the way. Carve it. And very nice, Stefan. All right, right to the edge of the button. Very nice. Adam up by 3 without. Just going to try to come down and sit on top of that one.
What I miss? Oh, that.
Stefan made a very nice draw. Sitting shot, edge button.
Nice. Sweeper's going hard on this already.
Yep.
Is it light? Because it looks like it has plenty of room.
Yeah.
But it looks like they swept a little too hard. It's going to improve. Man,
Bumps it
that's
back
tough.
behind T at least, but
And that gives Staffen a real good shot at hit and roll in, and that'll be a solid 2 for yellow to make a bit of a comeback here. Catherine calling for halfway board. She doesn't want to throw control at it or too high a weight because she doesn't want to lose that shooter. But even that looks like control weight to me for Staffen coming out.
yeah, that's more than hack.
Yeah.
But he's calling for a sweep, so I don't know.
Needed to cross the face, but
Oh, he's way across the face.
oh, cross more.
Oh, he's
cross
not
more.
way across the face.
Man,
Never mind.
Man, that stopped moving.
Yeah.
I was expecting that to
Wow,
move a
we
bit more.
needed less
and-
weight, less sweep,
yeah.
less broom, something.
Yeah, leaves it out there. Gives
Adam's gonna do his little
yeah,
hit
the
and roll
option.
thing again.
Well, he's not throwing peel at it this time.
No, that would be bad.
It always gets tough when you try to do the lighter weight takeouts and try to get that perfect roll and perfect curl.
I feel like I know what control weight feels like. I know how to broom control. And then anything down from that starts to become guesswork.
It's tough, yeah. Well, Adam with the throw. The sweepers are going hard on it now. Call him off immediately. It needs to move. And it looks like he's going to get to the inside of the face and roll perfectly
Yeah,
onto
there
the
it is.
button.
Nice shot. Nice shot, Adam.
Very nice shot from Adam there.
Oh, this is ugly for yellow. It's a hot mess
Yeah.
of stuff up there.
There's so much up there, and there's nothing to run back.
There's no angles.
At the very least here, they're scoring one kind of at best right now. Unless Adam
Catherine
nails
can blast that, she can run the yellow, maybe pop both of those reds, open things up, and then use the power play to throw another shot before Adam throws his. Isn't that a rule?
I don't think for this one.
It's like, that's the thing. It's like, maybe you can open stuff up, but then the other team gets to throw a rock.
Yeah, and what can you even open up there either? At best, you're kind of opening it up for a promote for your second one or a run back on the second. That's really a tough position to be in.
Yes, it is.
Now you see that yellow up on the top left there. Are there some rules about using the other sheet's rocks for yourself too?
I don't know that anyone's thought to make that rule.
You might have an angle hit and roll
little
from
in
there.
off of the other team. You better play quickly then before they remove it.
Chipping it on the outside there kind of opens some stuff up. It definitely gets rid of his promote on the left side, which is good. It does give him kind of an alley there with a heavy draw to bump that yellow back and maybe get more than one here. That's a tight alley. He might not want to throw it. It's like, why mess up a good end?
I don't know what yellow has.
On the next shot,
Yeah, other than maybe through that port, so I'm just blocking the port.
Yep. Yeah, those outer rocks are too low to do it in and off, so it's again, tough situation to be in. Adam made a hell of a shot on his first rock to put him in such a bad position, like such a tough position for yellow to come back there. It's a shame how quickly it can all fall apart when everything's building up like, oh, yellow could get two here, and then just...
Why are you talking about my game, Leslie? That's good. That's good. Sweep it, get it over, get it over, get it over, get it over, and leave it, get it over, and leave it, get it over, and leave it, get it over!
Is it? Oh, that's a hog.
No!
It's still a really tough shot for Catherine to
but
make
that's
here,
all she's got.
She kind of has to go for it,
You gotta
right?
go. Just throw screaming weight down there, and it chips out, and you get one.
Well, yeah, if it doesn't jam on like that, it would be the worst case scenario.
I don't think it can jam because
the angle you'd hit it at, you're chipping the
angle
guard anyway.
you're going to hit the guard.
Yeah.
You got to throw such weight to get through those two top reds that your only option is to hit shot rock off on the side. Chip it out. You're losing your shooter. There's no chance of keeping that.
Well, this is what is putting them behind a little bit in terms of time because there have been a lot of contemplation about some very tough shots and spent a lot of time thinking about it, and all of a sudden almost every other sheet is a full end ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. You and I are much more decisive than both of these skips. So.
Oh, it's so easy to call the game right now.
It
for
really
me,
is.
at
It
least.
really is.
It's like, yeah, just throw the easy shot, right? Throw it right between that gap there. You have to do it.
Well, throw the hard shot. It's the only shot you have. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't make this end for you, but here you go. And this is the only shot you have.
Oh, I actually really like that too. Like,
okay, so they proved me wrong.
Potentially. That's really tough. I don't know.
I don't like it.
I think she was really worried about that jam, but
Oh, Fair enough.
You could double the red zone.
No, there's no way you're jamming. Fair enough. Like,
from the camera angle, it doesn't look like it might, but maybe from their angle.
And who cares? If you jam, you're giving up one.
Yeah.
And you're giving up one right now, so.
It's another tough position to be in. It's just like, try to fight again in the next end.
Because you're not getting two. If you make this shot perfectly, you're still only getting one.
It's moving quite a bit. She might have gone like a down weight here.
Oh, maybe.
Get through there.
Okay, maybe. She's still going through.
Get through.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh! Oh, so close.
She almost hit it.
Very close.
Alright, another end break and another look around the rink here. See sheet one. Goshchild did end up taking one in that end. And they're trying to steal one right now, but and it looks like they are throwing, so this is the skip rock, the second skip rock right now, so Goshchild just trying to cover up this steal of one to go for a tie here. And we'll stay on here and watch this throw, maybe watch these skip stones while the Miller Stewart game is throwing their lead stones. Sweepers were a little hesitant, but now they're going hard on it, trying to get it up there. Trying to make sure it doesn't over curl, and oh, they're bending over like they don't like it, but it looks pretty good. Looks like Albert will have to throw kind of a heavy draw here. He might be able to get to the center and knock that red into the yellow, knock it back a little bit. While he's skating down the other side, let's check in on sheet 2, where the other Goshchild Carrie is ahead 3-2 against Bonema, but she is building a heck of an end here with 3 rocks in the house, and it looks like she is guarding up. We'll head back to sheet 1 as Albert throws his skip stone here. We'll see how this ends up. And the rock is away. It's looks a little bit heavy. I don't know if it'll come all the way back, but we'll see. Sweepers on and off of it, trying to let it curl as much as it needs to. Man, it is coming back. It's coming right there. Oh, what a chip. Oh, man, what a shot there. It doesn't get the bump into the yellow like I think they wanted ideally, but it does look like red will take one there. Very nice shot from Albert, and spoils Goshchild tying shot there, and red will be up 3-1. Now we'll check in on sheet 4 real quick. Monty is ahead 2-1 and setting up an end here that looks pretty good. One in the rings, and they are throwing right now, so you might tap that back. But we'll return to our featured sheet here, sheet 3, with Adam Hood drawing around the wall that has been built up on top. Is moving quite a bit. It looks like it might tick that red. A little bit of a promote. Come on. Doesn't quite make the biter bar, but it does protect that red very well. That'll be tough for Scott to get to, but Catherine is calling the draw down to it. It should still be there. We'll see if Scott can hit it. Looks like a decent amount of break that he should be able to still get around such like some tight guards there. Not enough room as it does crash into that guard, and starting to get a little bit dangerous with red having such guards that are closer to the rings than yellow, so yellow doesn't even have a lot of options to promote here or run back. If this gets a little bit more out of hand, it'll be tough to another tough one to deal with for Catherine. And with so many rocks out there on the right, Adam chooses to go around the other side. Ooh, sweeper's going hard. Get there. Bringing it as far as they can. That's a really nice shot for them. About a quarter into the 8-foot there. And Catherine also seeing that draw line is there. She's going to call for the same type of draw. Hopefully see if Scott can get to that 4-foot. Looks a little bit hot out of his hand. The sweepers are staying off of it right now. Ooh, it's slowing down pretty good. Come on. Get around it. Get around it and stop. Get around it and stop. Not bad, just a little bit heavy there. Back to 8-foot. It does look like it's out counting the top red there, but it's a little bit closer than I think. It's tough to tell from the camera angle. I believe this is Sarah's first stone of this end. Sweeper's going hard. Hand up. Oh, man, what a shot. What a shot. Probably fit a piece of paper between that top red, and it's still, with that speed, very nice shot, but it does go all the way to the back 8-foot, and it's not a bad position to be in for Catherine now because you do have something you can come down onto. Her and Steph and having a conversation across the sheet, trying to figure out what best to do. It will be tough to find that perfect weight that it seems like you have to find right now to get that 4-foot. But that is the call, and it looks like Staffen is going for it. Sweepers are going hard now. They're going hard early, trying to keep that line. Call them off. Now they're going hard. Keep it. Keep on it. Keep that line. Keep that line. Get by it. Oh, what a shot. Man, that is such an impressive shot to see twice in a row. It just, like, centimeters away from crashing each time. But, again, you have to be absolutely perfect because while a great shot, it is still just not shot rock with that red sitting there in the 4-foot. I didn't see if Adam gave her a little bit more broom or less, but looks like they're still playing that line, still trying to get in there. It's moving quite a bit. A little bit more room this time, but it is moving as much as it can. It hangs out there. And now actually gives Catherine and Staffen a pretty good option to basically throw the same weight and get to the inside of that red there. If Staffen can get to the inside and roll, he would be full 4 foot, might be out counting that red, but still really tough shot to make. And after some conversation down the sheet, it looks like they might just be going to peel this top. Which, I mean, yeah, it's a tough situation again to be in, but trying to open it up, see what happens here, get that double. Wow, what a freaking shot there. What a great shot from Staffen. Great call from Catherine, too. The line was about as perfect as you can get it. Removes that red, but it does give Adam the option to guard up a little bit, and they are still sitting 1 with that red barely touching the 4 foot. Not used to seeing so many rocks in play. The more rocks you have in play just makes the decisions a little bit more difficult, makes you slow down everything, makes you have to think about every single angle possible. So it is way more difficult to try and decide what to do here, because taking away one option still leaves a bunch of other options when there's so much to play with. But Adam does have a good draw weight here, and he can either leave it in the 8 foot, put another one right on the tee line, sitting on his own rock. Those are some really good options. Sweepers off and on, calling off and on again. They want to go. They think it's a little bit light, but it looks like it's gliding in there pretty well. And it needs to move a bit more, but that is really nice. Really nice shot from Adam. I don't think you can go. Hi, Larry. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. My viewers or listeners, I'm sure were missing me from last night.
Absolutely. I haven't seen the chat, but I hear them shouting from their homes. Like, where's Lori? They're chanting Lori.
Exactly. Very happy with what you've been producing, but I know that they were missing me.
Another tough position for Staffen and Catherine here. Like, I think they gotta kind of go with a light, like a back 8 weight to try and cross the face there on that red to roll towards the button here.
I love that. I love that. I love that call, Matt, and I hope Catherine can throw it.
But it looks like from where he's putting down the broom, it might be more of a heavy draw. So either one's fine, but you just need to get to the
inside.
About half in the 4 foot at least. Adam's been putting a lot of pressure on them, making it very tough. Sweeper is on it early and called off. Because that needs to move a lot. That is staying out wide.
Well, things were curling a lot earlier.
They were.
This is still hanging.
Ooh, it's trying, but it might not get enough. Oh, man.
All right.
Just hung out there a little bit too much, but it does look like Adam's sitting 2 here, so he's probably just going to throw out the guard, right?
Well.
Oh, he's thinking He's thinking a little bit more aggressive. Tapping it like he wants to hit off the inside and roll in.
Yeah. Well, the way things are curling or not curling,
Yeah.
it could backfire. So.
That is a lot of broom. I think it's even more broom than what Catherine just had. That hung out there a little bit. So we'll see if his rock curls a little bit more.
Well, it looks like he's on the broom.
He is, and Sweeper's already going on it. Looks a little bit light, and
I think this is going to be
it's going to be a
more
guard.
of a guard.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Poof.
But,
Alright, what does Catherine have now?
Well, she has that promote on the right, which
Is-
is not pretty, and she
Yeah.
she could tap the outside of that yellow that's in the 8-foot, but neither one of those is really ideal.
This is what happens when only one rock is out of play right now. Every other rock is in play. It is just a mess. Or how is there only one rock out of play? I thought Staffen cleared. He did a run back, but the one he ran back must have stayed in.
All right,
There-
looks like either.
Yeah,
It
I
looks
guess
like
they're
it
trying.
has to be promoting that,
Right?
Because drawing in around that
Not with
far
that
out.
room. No, I don't think that's. I don't think that's possible. And yeah, that looks like if she doesn't hit the angle quite right, it might just be a steal of red for 2.
Oh,
And
it
it
looks
looks-
like it's just wrong angle on that one.
Really tough angle, just on the inside. It looks like red will steal 2 there. Building a substantial lead at this point. As we'll check in while they clean the rocks. It might take them a while since all of them were there. Sheet 1, Gosh Child is down 3-1, and it looks like red is probably outscoring him right now, but it's really close. That might be a measure, depending on the angle of the camera here. And how many rocks? We got the skip rock coming up right now, so
Yeah, looks like hammer.
we'll jump back here when they make a decision, but check in on sheet 2. Carrie Gosh Child having a little bit more luck than her husband, winning 4-2 right now. Although red is touching the button.
And there's Brooke with her beautiful new hat.
Ooh, that is a very nice hat. Is that a
That's from the Mad Hatter.
ooh, the Mad Hatter. We'll see how this ends up real quick. Looks like it might be a little heavy.
I didn't know they were sweeping it like it.
Oh, but
that
heavy for a reason.
was
So
really so close.
with Carrie sitting in front of him, like that looks a little bit too heavy. But yeah, on purpose, they were going for that red rock to bump it back.
The skips do hide a lot of those stones.
We'll jump back to sheet 1 real quick, where Wilson is going for some sort of run back with where Phil
Wow,
is.
yeah, he's got
Has the broom.
so much garbage up front.
Yeah.
But I like the thinking. Yellow, yellow, red, yellow. Well,
Stays
gotta
a
hit
little
the
outside.
First one.
Oh, no.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it matters too much. Looks like red will probably score one. They might be measuring there. We'll see. We'll check it on the score when they hang it. Sheet 4, Monty is up 3-1, and A rock coming in right now. Looks a little bit heavy. Are they throwing the right colors here, actually? Now that, because
that doesn't seem right.
No, that did not compute. I think they're throwing the wrong, or throwing the different colors. So yeah.
Montalbano is actually yellow.
Yes, Montalbano is yellow and Bahan is
Montalbano yellow.
All right, we'll jump back to the hang the score in. They did hang the score on sheet 1, and it was red scoring. So it is 3-1. Oh no, they're measured. They're measured over there. Thought that was the 4th, but they're going away from the glass, so that is the 5th.
Yeah, I don't have my glasses on tonight, so I'm not going to be able to get any of those precise measurements for you.
That's okay. It's just watching the dial flying around. Back to the featured sheet. Miller Stewart / Axellson. There's a magnet up there in the top left hand of the sheet. Both the lead rocks falling over there. High guards.
The beauty of Auld Lang Syne is we have a lot of newer curlers out there, and we have a lot of people who've never played with their current teammates.
Oh yeah.
So especially in the first games, there's a learning curve.
Oh yeah. Especially with how the ice has been playing.
Yeah.
Were you out there tonight?
I was out there. I am now in the second event.
Gosh, it was moving very fast. That because I played yesterday, and it was moving faster than I thought, and it was a little bit tough to get the weight right.
Figuring out the weight is key.
Yep.
And then one side curled a lot, and the other side didn't curl much at all.
Well, that just might be the whole rink is just tilted.
I think maybe the whole rink is tilted. Because it's certainly not how we were throwing this stuff. But with all Bonspiels, it's the third game you really need to start really buckling down and winning.
When you're face to face with the L out, when you really need to lock it in for sure. Scott trying to get in between those two red rocks to draw in, but he does tick the middle guard and opens it up a little bit, which not the worst case scenario there. Despite being up 6-0, was calling for a guard on the top center there, but I don't think he'll be upset about anything in the house right now. Not bad. It does give Scott a hit and roll opportunity here.
There's a lot of stuff to hide behind, so just a nice solid take with a little bit of a roll would be perfect.
Looked like it was clean out of his hand, but the sweepers are going hard immediately. This might be over curling.
Well, that's the thing. Anything on the center line was really, hard to keep it straight. So if you weren't on, if the broom wasn't right, if you weren't on the broom.
Well, he didn't put them behind the guard. It's still a take available there. It looks like just a little bit of an alley to get through to get there. Oh, and we do have the results from sheet 1's measure. It was Yellow who ended up taking that shot. So it is 3-2. Still Lipson leading, but gosh, child, right there. It's a game of ones.
And that's the thing, if you think it's close, don't be afraid to measure.
Oh, yeah.
Even sometimes if you don't know how close it might be.
Yeah, especially with some of the houses where the lines can be a little bit funky, or you get an air bubble in the ice and you can't quite see it.
Or where did they drill the hole for the center pin?
Yeah. That is the first shot that I think Sarah has put through, but not terrible. Leaving it kind of clean, and Catherine just calling staff in to draw this in right now.
Which is smart. It's tempting to try to get rid of that red, but it's touching the 12 foot.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting something into the button 4 foot.
You can get inside that. Even just getting full 8 foot is.
Yeah. You want to be shot rock.
Ooh, keep on it.
A little more.
Oh,
And they left them a little short.
Just a little bit, but it looks like it's. It might be visible from the hack like a little bit, but it is behind that guard. Has some eye candy.
That's too bad. And the ice is tricky, knowing when to sweep, because a lot of our shots tonight.
Just kept gliding.
No, they're cruising right along, and then
they hit the
they
brakes.
seized up. So, kind of looks like that might have happened there.
Yeah. Especially as the game goes on and you get through the first layer of pebble, you get that second layer going and it changes a little bit. Ooh, and that's not bad though. That does cover up that red on the corner. But we've already seen Staffen hit a run back on the Reds today, so he could have another one right here, she calls it. And it looks like it's calling for board weight. So not a run back. They're trying to get around that.
All right.
I feel like that's tougher than the run back at this point, because I'd rather. I mean, I guess if you over curl, you're clearing the guard anyways. But
Well, there's something to say, because if they do manage to take out shot rock and sit 2, that's really nice.
but it is
Crashing. Not even clearing.
and pushing that into.
Well, okay, so at least yellow is still second.
Yeah.
And now it's opened up, so they have a shot at the shot rock if it stays that way.
Yep. Adam having a short conversation with Scott, so I don't know what the conversation was about. Is there anything about who sweeps behind the back line? Can it only be the vice or the skip, or it can be anybody?
One
It just has
person.
to only be
One person.
Okay.
So, it's great to have a sweeper who's
Yeah.
following the stone
Oh,
and
yeah.
then paying attention. So if you're on the right side sweeping and stop, they can pick up on the left side or vice versa. So I assume he was telling Scott, "Good job."
That might have been it. We don't have him mic'd up, so we'll never know.
Oh, we don't. Wow.
I don't know why, but the people in charge of that.
They
Just,
might have said no thanks. It was an optional thing.
Gotcha. Who wants to pass up wearing that mic though? And
I
have
don't
their
know. You get out there, and it does hinder your conversation. You know, you're less likely to complain.
I was gonna say, does it like throw you off balance? It's too heavy on one side.
Well,
of the,
Chris was skipping, so he had it. But you don't want to complain so much about your sweepers or his shots or the other team or
oh yeah.
people a couple sheets over or things you might normally talk about. You're a little more sensitive.
Yeah. It's always a fun like sweep in front of the rock.
Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff like that.
Well, it looks like that take is still there, so Catherine's taking her turn at it now.
All right.
And if she gets the same curl that Staffen was getting, she should get to the inside of it and get a nice roll towards the back four.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see her get on the board. You know, you want these games to be close. I know that the club or the teams tries to make these teams as even as possible. So.
But yeah, it's been some very tight ends, and Adam has made some really good shots. And now we're seeing Catherine can match one.
Oh, beautiful.
I think it's really good.
Absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely. Very nice shot from Catherine there. And it looks like Adam's initial call was seeing if he could run back that red.
Wow.
Yeah. They're putting the broom there. So.
That's a tight broom. He's going to have to throw a lot of weight, a lot of handle, and be on the broom.
Yep. Well, Adam has been on fire tonight, so we'll see if he can make another great shot here. A little disagreement between the skip and the vice there on the sweep call, but Sarah calls him off completely, and she was right because that did not curl enough. And hey, this gives Catherine an opportunity to take three.
Nice chance to get three.
Cut the lead in half.
She can come right down to that shot rock, give it a little tap even, and which is nice. She doesn't have to overthink it.
Yeah.
Which overthinking is the worst thing you can do out there.
Although sometimes if I'm throwing the skip rock, I'm like, well, I just have to make the easiest shot of my life, and that just puts more pressure on myself.
No, that's overthinking. It's just, I have to throw something down there and let my sweepers take it for me.
Yep. And this definitely is the easiest
shot she's
had so far tonight. Adam has put her in a lot of tough positions, and
all right. They're doing a lot of sweeping really early, so
I think
it's going to be okay, but yeah, it's going to be fine.
They just want to make sure it's there.
She might have been a little narrow, so it might have been make sure that you don't.
Perfect.
Oh, I don't know. It was beautiful.
Absolutely perfect.
No.
Cuts the lead in half. Catherine's on the board.
Yep. It's a whole
3
new
to 6
game.
there. Oh yeah. With 3 ends to play there, but we'll check in on sheet 1, where they are on their skip stones right now. Looks like Wilson is stealing one, but let's see if this shot can get around here.
No. Albert's taking.
What a nice shot by Albert.
But we have more.
There's 2 stones left in this end for
Wilson and oh boy.
Well, talk about tough positions. He has to get that inside of that red.
Well, that would be really nice if you can just do like that hack weight thing.
Yep. You might not get to the 4, but you'll cut down their scoring quite a bit.
Take that over, and if you can get to the inside, and it's not super easy with those guards up top too, though.
No, they're taking an extra look at it, and we'll jump over to sheet 2 real quick. Check in. Bonomo was able to take a point in the last end, and so Carrie should have hammer here with 1 red in the 4-foot. And this needs to move a lot to.
Okay.
Up.
All right.
A little bit of slop pushes it back.
Jostled stuff around, so.
There's a lot of yellow touching the edges of the house there right now, and if she can clear out that middle red, that could be a big end.
Well, that's it. Yellow has hammer this end too, so Mike is calling for a guard or a top 12.
We'll see sheet 1 here. Wilson's shot finishing up.
Doesn't look like it's it's good enough, and it's
it ticks the top guard over curling.
All right.
So
Well, at least a nice opening for
Albert
to take 4.
3 or depends if he can move that yellow rock. I think he's 3.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's close.
Yeah, like I said, I have my glasses on, so I'm really just guessing here.
We'll check back.
I'm really here just for comic relief.
Then over on sheet 4, we did mix up the colors earlier. Bond has been taking 1 to every single end, building a lead here, 4-1, and is there anything in the house? Nothing in the house right now, so we'll go back for Albert's final shot here, see if he can put 3 or 4 on the board while the leads are finishing up their shots on our feature sheet on 3. Nothing in the house as of yet. Looks like it's hanging out a little bit too wide. Is it going to the back now? Oh, it just ticks. And rolls enough. Is it 3 or 4? I think that's out counting it.
That's going to be close, I think.
We'll see what they end up hanging up, but it looks good for red.
It's very good for red, they decided.
No measurement on that one.
Brooke had a very nice draw on 2 to be sitting shot rock in front of red. So
Oh, yeah.
it's a lot of button open, but
And Adam flashes the tape there. Yellow is sitting at the top of the house. Catherine calling for the promote or draw around? Yeah, it looks like she called for the promote after tapping it. We'll see if Scott gets
which would be nice with those guards sitting there too.
Oh yeah, get it behind on the right side there. Shrink the scoring zone a little bit.
Well, the fox is in charge of the chicken, the hen house. Hey, Gregory, you want to come down? Gregory, come on down and help me out here. I'm really much better as the plan B. I'm only up to 3 right now. So, no, actually, we're in prime. All right. There was a very nice shot by somebody. But yellow's still sitting 1. All right, Staffan's coming out. He's looking very good, and well, that was quick. All right, looks like potentially a beautiful draw. I'm always nice on the commentary. But if I could be commenting on the Longy Higashikawa game tomorrow night, I'd probably not be super nice, but I'll be on the ice, hopefully causing some pain there. All right, so Catherine's sitting 2, and there's a whole lot of front of the house for Adam to have Sarah sit something in. All right, so she's got a very nice top 8. I think it's shot rock, like I said, I have my glasses on, so I'm not entirely sure. So hopefully Staffen can chip that out, and then Catherine can sit 3. They're sweeping it. Yeeks. Oh, and it just misses. Thank you. I know those boys would like some too. Callie just gave me a piece of pizza, so thank you, Callie.
You're welcome.
Sarah's urging them on for sweeping, and all right, they get it, but she does spill. Looks kind of light. Hopefully they can get it there. Nope, they got it. It's beautiful. It's going to be a perfect draw. Beautiful draw right behind those guards. Problem is, Adam can come down and sit on that back yellow and probably be shot rock, so. Oh, what? They're carefully tending that red shot. Looks a little spicy. I think Staffen's gonna be showing you how to sweep. Nope, he ain't. But it's wide open for Catherine, so. the bummer for her is she can get rid of it, but Adam still has hammer. Catherine Stone's off. They're sweeping it like nobody's business. Yep. I think she's gonna get it and get a nice little. All right. It's out, but Adam needs another nice draw. Yeah, this seems pretty straightforward, so... But you never know, it's curling. Ooh, they're sweeping it, and... I think it's going to be a lovely, lovely shot. All right, so one for red. Let's see what else is going on out there. Let's see what's on sheet one. All right, Albert's doing a lot of thinking here, so... We're going to check out sheet 4. Maybe we are, maybe we're not. All right. All right. There's a lot of stuff in that house, too. Some very busy houses out here. All right. T has a huge lead. It is, well, not huge. Has a nice lead. But if Nat can get rid of that red, he'll be sitting pretty. Do it. All right, let's pop over to sheet 1. Oh, all right, now Phil and Wilson are thinking about it. All right, Wilson needs to come wide and sit in the forefoot. I mean, it's there, but... sometimes it's easier said than done. Our good friend Masahiko Higashikawa is here. Say hi, Mike.
Hello, guys. Enjoying
Of course they are. Of course they are. Wilson's trying to draw to the 4-foot here, and the shot's coming in. On sheet 1. And it's looking good. Maybe well, no. Oh, it's going to be absolutely beautiful shot, Wilson. Yes. There's still 2 more skip stones, but it's a great way to.
It's tough for Auld to get in.
He's going to try the same shot?
No, I don't think it's going to get in there.
You don't think he's going to try to come right on in?
No, probably think he can bump it a little bit.
Yeah, that was a beautiful draw. Yes. For those of you at home, that was Mike.
Did Mike just get us canceled?
Inappropriate.
Wardrobe malfunctions. We do occasionally have wardrobe malfunctions out there. Guys, hey, tuck those shirts in, please. Please. You don't, maybe you don't know who you are, so everybody go home and watch yourself on the screen. And
wear longer shirts and tuck them in.
Longer shirts and higher pants would be much appreciated. All right, Wilson's sitting 2 over there on sheet 1. And he's got hammer. If he can repeat, well, he can't because there's a nice guard up there now.
Touch 4-foot. It's possible.
Yep, I mean, it's worth a try because he's not going to have such weight that he's going to tap that red forward. So he's got more room.
He's got to have the perfect draw.
And 3 would put him back in this game. He's probably feeling a little dejected, but what is it, 6-2? It's right there. So after this, it's going to be 6-4 or maybe even 6-5, which is
more manageable with the last 2 ends or last end of play. That looks like it.
It looks well, but it's seizing up and curling over. So.
Which game are you guys watching?
Currently, we're on Wilson's game over on sheet 1, and it's just a little too heavy, but he was a little farther out there. I'm sure he was a little concerned. All right, let's see, back to our featured sheet, maybe. That would be sheet 3 far. Look at that. Look at that.
Good night, guys.
All right, bring your A game tomorrow, Higashikawas, because the longies are out for blood.
Hey, stay in the second division. That's our goal.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Have a good night. I'm going into work early tomorrow because we have a 4 o'clock draw
Nice.
tomorrow.
And what time is early, Matt?
7 a.m.
And how far? What time are you leaving your house tomorrow?
For me, it's like 6:30. So.
That's a god-awful time. I'll roll out of bed at probably 9 o'clock tomorrow, maybe 8:30. It's nice to be retired.
That's the retired life.
I recommend it. You get up when you want. You do what you want.
I've been thinking about it, but I still have about 30 years.
You're
before,
still pretty young.
Yeah.
You're still pretty young.
Not quite there yet. I'll be lottery retired, maybe. I'm the single sweeper trying to get some more curl out of it.
Yeah.
Looks like Catherine might be looking to see if she can chip that red out.
I think she should.
If she goes at a light enough weight to like back line to hack.
I like it because it's curling. If you have the right weight, but if you're gonna do hack or back line, you need enough broom.
Yeah.
Because it's curling a lot. I'm gonna take a walk. Maybe I'll be back. If not, love you all.
What happens with the comic relief? Yeah, Staffan's going down there for a little bit of a look before he throws. Before he throws the rock, Staffan goes about halfway down the ice. See if he's seeing the same thing that Catherine's seeing. I didn't see him call away, so we'll see what he throws here. It looks like a hack weight. Maybe a little bit light. But it's not bad. They're on it really hard from the beginning. I think they're concerned about the line, and it does look like it's going to crash into that top red, and hopefully they hold it far enough out to roll it away. Would have liked Scott to roll it a little bit further if he can, but with that weight, it wasn't moving a whole lot after contact. And just taking the defensive approach, trying to guard up that same line that they were just throwing. We'll see. Sweeper's going on and off, and it looks like it's going a little bit too far. Might overcurl a little bit, but it's just enough in the way. No, it's still there. I think Catherine's going to call the same thing, and Staffan should throw the same thing, maybe with a little bit more broom or a little bit more weight. She's calling for hack weight this time, so I think it was a little bit light, a little bit lighter than last time. About the same broom, maybe a little bit outside, but it's still there. We'll see if this can get chipped out. Sweeper's going hard on it, trying to hold that line. But man, again, it looks like it's going to crash. But it might promote that yellow, right into the yellow, and then pop it forward. A little bit. Oh, just not enough. It was close. It was close to a very good miss, but it does not get the line exactly that they wanted. Broke a little bit too much. A lot of movement for that weight. And now it's Adam's turn to try and guard it up. All right, we'll see if this rock stops in the right place. It is pretty high up there though. All right, Staffan and Catherine talking it over real quick. Again, tough positions. Down four. Need to get a couple here at least in the seventh. looks like they're talking about that outside shot there. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to play out, but gotta trust the geometry a little bit from what they're seeing out there. It's a tough shot either way, tough position to be in. Facing down 2, you got to score at least 2 here to make it worthwhile to play the 8th. Quick update on sheet 1. In the 7th, Wilson did end up taking 2, so they are down 2 in the 8th end. With Albert has 2 in the house right now, and Wilson's team just put 1 in, almost froze it perfectly, but there's still a little bit of space. We'll see what Catherine throws here. Crashes into the top guard, and then not exactly the angles or the ping pong they kind of wanted to have there. Looks like Adam and Sarah are trying to talk out where they want to put this guard up, because they are sitting 2, and I feel like they just need to put one right up in the middle there. Sarah's pointing right at it. That's exactly where it needs to be. And at least in my opinion, and hers. So yeah, if it's a little bit tighter, it's fine, but I think putting another one up there, making it a little bit more difficult for Catherine to throw anything on that side, and then she really has to make like a perfect angle raise on the left side of the sheet. Didn't look like Adam got there. Might have hogged it. I was not paying attention. There was other stuff going on in the war room. So it does leave open Catherine getting another shot at this heavy. I can only assume peel weight, because it looks like if you hit the that red just under the C in club, if you hit that just right, you might be able to pop into the yellow, push the red out, and sit 1. Like, it is a lot of work for 1 point, but it is what she is going for right now. Sweepers aren't on it yet. It looks like it needs to curl. It looks like it's staying a little bit too far outside. And man, it's going to run into that top. Catch the rock. All right. Yeah, it looks like red is going to score another 2, and Catherine's skating down the other end. It looks like they're going to shake.
Exactly. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. As long as I get the pin, you said it last night. Obviously, I love to. And I just want to be
All right, wrong call. It's the end of the year. Hey, that's why we like the Auld Syne. It's the last curling we'll get in the year, so they're going to take advantage of all 8 ends. They're going to play another end here. have some fun, get a feel for the ice, and see if they can dial it in for their next game. But while that is going on, we're going to jump over to sheet 1, where Albert is on his first skip stone. He's up 2 in the 8th end, but Wilson has 2 yellow rocks in there. They're not both scoring right now, but Albert just needs to get some of these out of here. It's wide open for him, so this rock coming in right now. Knocking out 1 and leaving 1 for Wilson scoring right now, but Wilson has 1 more rock, and then Albert just will need to make 1 go away, so we'll see what his call is here.
That's Maxwell. Maxwell here is running away. I think he had the same
Yeah, honestly, Wilson calls out the very specific point. If you can somehow get a rock to freeze right in there, it'd be almost impossible to get both of them out. Fitting that rock right in between the red and the yellow. I don't know what weight he's talking about, but that's the absolute perfect shot. It might not be even possible to do that, but that'd be the perfect shot right there. Because you could still probably get the top yellow out if you hit it on the outside, but we'll see. Wilson has to make the absolute best shot that I've ever seen for a draw, and then we'll see if it matters for the second. Alright, it looks like he is going out with a little bit more weight, so he's actually just going to be making sure the rock gets there. Looks deceiving a little bit because that is dying out there. The sweepers are going as hard as they can. It's the 8th end. It's the last rock of the game, and man, they're trying to get it there, but it is just short. And Albert doesn't need to throw it. It was close. It was real close. But Lipson will take the win here. Goschchild is going to take the L. Let us jump over to sheet 2, where the other Goschchild was overtaken in the 6th end and is currently sitting with 1 in the house on their, looks like second, or no, that's, it's got to be their vice stones being thrown right now. Very nice rock there at the top of the 8 foot. And then 2 yellow rocks already in there. But Obama calling. Yeah, he's calling for a heavier takeout here, and he is trying. Well, that is a heavy takeout being thrown right now, and it looks like it is going to tick the guard, and man, just miss everything else. Which, honestly, not bad for them. Keep it open. Although Carrie does have the hammer here, so with 2 in the house, if she keeps that guarded up and makes it difficult for them to remove any rocks, she's in a good position to tie it up. And we could see our first, I think our first warm draw of the Auld Lang Syne, but I don't know if there was any yesterday. Brooke with her second stone. Looks pretty nice. She just has to repeat what she just did. Maybe leave it a little bit higher, but looks like it's going all the way down to it. This might be the most interesting triple shot possible. But there are There's nothing up top. There's nothing to think about here. Red just has to blast these. You don't really want to hit the inside of that yellow because that'll jam on the red. But if you do get the pocket on the left-hand side there, you can get the double pretty easily, it looks like. The other option is just a decent draw right in there. If you put one right in the pocket, that's impossible to get out. Or at least I don't see how it would be possible. This will be the first skip stone, and while they are talking that over, we will jump over to sheet 4 real quick, check in. Bon and Montalbano are swapped around, so Bon is still ahead. The game of ones here, where yellow, who is Monty here, sitting 2 right now. Looks like they are on their vice stones right now, and they Monty does have to steal 3 here to tie it up. And our feature sheet did end up shaking before the vice is through, so Miller will take the win there. Lipson takes the win on sheet 1, and it is, well, a very nice draw right there on Monty's team. That is the sub for Bruce, so not Bruce, with a beautiful draw there. And I can't tell who it is from there on the other side of the sheet. Bond calling for a takeout here. He just needs to keep it clean, get rid of some yellow stones. And after we watch the shot, we'll jump over to sheet 2 where the first skip stone is being thrown. Ooh, nice shot there. And now we're back at 2. It does look like a draw weight, but it looks like it's over curling. And that is not good for Bama. So Carrie's in a position where she's scoring 3 right now, and that would give her the win. But Red does have one more rock to make some things happen. She either needs to put one. It's tough to call. I haven't been thinking about this a lot. Like, my instinct says just put one on the center line there, but would it also be good just to draw down into the pocket? I don't. Probably not. Alright, we'll see where Carrie ends up here. Yep, they're calling sweep for line right now. It's a little bit easier now to hear when there's not 8 teams out there. Oh man, that is breaking a ton. A little bit of a light draw. So good guard weight just broke way too much. And at this point, it looks like Team Bottom is just going to try and blast this open, try and get rid of 2. If it gets the right roll, they could freeze onto that right yellow and be in the perfect position to deny a 2. Otherwise, depending where it ends up, it might leave it open for a 2, and then Carrie would just have to make a clean hit to score 2, hit and stick, sounds easier than it is sometimes, especially with ice swinging as much as it is. Looks like on 4 they just shook as well, and then it looks like Team Bond just won. So Bama is the last game on the ice. He is throwing a take right now. Oh, it looks a little bit tight. Oh, it gets a 2 and then rotates back front. Well, oh man. Oh no, all right. So we could. This is Hammer. All right, Carrot.
And they need score 2 to tie.
Yeah, let's get 2 and
It'd be a really tough double. It looks like she's drawing. There's one on the side here. Right.
All right, Carrie is drawing the tie right now. Come on. Yep. Oh no, it's breaking too much. Go! Oh. Well, it falls short. And with that, Bonema does hold on to win. And that concludes the second day of the Auld Lang Syne. Thanks for tuning in. We will be streaming all weekend long. And a lot of entertaining curling, a lot of fun, a lot of partying, a lot of probably unsanctioned people who will be on the stream having fun.